For me, losing everything made me very introspective and reflective on what really mattered in my life. What did I want my kids to remember? The people that worked for me, my clients, all those that looked up to me. What I realized is that every action you take today is part of the story that you get to leave behind. I'm Josh Kosnick, founder of Kairos Coaching and Consulting, and today we're tackling the final bridge, the legacy bridge. So let's talk about living a life that truly matters. Legacy is more than just money, more than just titles, more than just the accolades that you receive. It's really about the impact on the lives of others. See, when I lost everything, they packed up my office. About a week later, I received all these boxes. Trophies, documents, accolades, ribbons, everything that existed in my office. I realized real quick, none of that I could take with me into the afterlife. What did matter and who was there for me was my family, was my real friends, were the text messages, the emails, the phone calls that came in after that day, talking about how my leadership impacted them in a profound way. That's legacy. Nothing in those boxes was part of my legacy. Everything that I left in others was my legacy. We can even rewind back to 2018 when my father-in-law passed. It was sudden, it was tragic. I had the privilege of delivering his eulogy. It was a big undertaking, emotionally for me, because he meant that much to me, he meant that much to my wife and my kids. He meant that much to everyone. There was over a 4-hour wait at his visitation. The chapel was packed. And I got to talk about this man that I'd only known for 11 years and the impact that he left in me. Although he was gone, and the saddest piece of it for me was that my kids, his grandkids, wouldn't get to experience him, his wisdom, his love as they grew older. And then I said this to the room. I said, but they will, through all of you. The lessons, the kindness, the generosity, the leadership, all of the things that Tom left behind in us are lessons we get to impart to our kids. That is how we need to think about legacy. That's how you don't get forgotten. See, we're just 2 generations from being forgotten. And the way to get around that is by creation, by pouring into the lives of others, through utilizing this digital age of YouTube, of story writing, whether it's a blog post, a vlog, whether it's a book that you may have in your heart. That's how your name could live on. Those are the lessons that you could leave for future generations so that you're not forgotten in just 2 generations. So in order to start building your legacy, you got to know a few things. First, you got to clarify your values, your core values. What do you stand for? And maybe even more important, what do you stand against? We need to be intentional daily. Step 2 would be act daily. Legacy isn't about some grand gestures. It's in how you show up for you every single day, for your family, for those that you lead, your coworkers, those that you employ, your clients, your teammates, everyone around you. How do you show up for them? Are you your best self? Are you helping others? Or are you looking for something in return? Step 3, pass down wisdom. We all go through trials and tribulations in our lives. I've shared some of mine with you. What did you learn? See, I believe in this motto, I never lose. I either win or I learn. And it's a great posture to take because there's always lessons and better lessons in the loss than the win. But one of the most impactful ways to leave a legacy is mentoring someone. Or look at big brothers, big sisters. If you don't have kids, there are kids that need your mentorship. There are kids that need a father figure, a male figure, a woman or mother figure to pour into them because they don't have it themselves. That can be part of your legacy. pouring into others. And lastly, in these steps, write your mission. Know what your mission in life is. Know what God gifted you and put you on a journey to go and achieve. For me, it's inspiring and impacting others to unlock their true potential, their God-given potential. But what's yours? I said before, these don't have to be grand gestures. They have to be these little moments. And I'll share with you a little moment that I was reminded of not too long ago. I got a DM via Facebook from someone that I mentored, was part of my organization many years ago. And we were in a room of a bunch of his peers. There's an accountability meeting, and they were ragging on him about his old ratty wallet. And I said in that moment, hey, did you guys know that was his grandma's wallet? His grandma passed a couple years back. And so no, he doesn't need a new wallet. That's an heirloom. That's how he stays connected to her. They didn't know that. I did. So he sent me this DM stating that of all the things leaders have done for him, that stood out to him the most. Now I remembered once he DM'd me that I remember that moment, but I haven't thought about it for years. Those are the moments, those little moments that can mean the world to someone else, that take just a fraction of your time to leave an indelible impact. It's about being where your feet are, it's about caring about others, and it's about helping others. Those are legacy moments and markers that people will remember and talk about you for many years to come. One of the biggest things for me is leaving a legacy with my kids. It's why I record this content. It's why I have a podcast. I want them to have my voice no matter how long I get the opportunity to be on this earth. I want my grandkids, my great-grandkids, and generations after that to know how I thought, who I was, and some lessons that come along the way. But what about you? Is it a book in you? Is it a podcast for you? Is it recording content that help others and also leave your voice for generations to come? That's the beauty of the digital age that we live in. We all have that opportunity. Just some of us are using Facebook and these social platforms for improper purposes, we'll say. So I'll leave you with this. It's an exercise I was given many years ago. And it's a tough one, but if you choose to take it on, it's very powerful. Write your obituary today. What do you want others to say about you when you pass on? If it doesn't match up to who you are today, perhaps there's some work to do. What do you want your kids, your grandkids, your loved ones, your team, employees, friends, what do you want them to say about you? Because remember, it won't be you delivering your eulogy or writing your obituary. It will be them. What do you want them to say about you? If you don't like the answer that you come up with today, perhaps it's time to start working towards it. So in closing, legacy isn't about being perfect. It's about living with intention. Make every moment count, because the story you are writing today will be the story that's written tomorrow about you. Let me say that again. Make every moment count, because the story you're writing today is the story people will tell about you tomorrow. And if this series of videos has impacted you in any way, I just have one simple ask. Share it. Subscribe, follow along. We plan to continue to pour out of my heart, out of my wisdom, continue to give it out back to the world. Not just for my kids, for all of you tuning in. We appreciate you subscribing, liking, and please share these messages. Share it with someone who needs to hear it.